goody updated version of Borderlands Granular. Yes, yes. So I'm guessing this is right. Borderlands is great. It's like granular synthesis that you can apply to any wave file, any file that you decide to drag into the app. Okay, so Jacob did an excellent tutorial, went through the whole thing. I have no interest in making Borderlands Granular sound musical at all. I much prefer to make it do what it's supposed to do and be experimental. So that's the important thing for me. Borderlands is a great place to experiment with all this stuff and sounds and import your own audio files, and we'll go through the whole thing, of course. At the moment, although you can't see this, it is actually in the effects slot inside AUM. And then we have an Eventide here, and we have a Synthmaster one, which we're going to use later. But you can, of course, use anything you like. But you'll see that you can run Borderlands in the main input place, or you can run it in the effects slot as an effect. Basically, it's really cool. Actually, what you can do, because you can record stuff in. Right, so yes. There's 3 files here. You'll see that there's one here, there, like that, covered by this cloud, and then there's this one, and then there's this one. And you'll see they're kind of getting bigger in size as they go up. I've stretched them out a little bit. But so let's listen. Now you can kind of make Borderlands sound musical, but kind of what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Hi 3 Steak. Oh, thanks for posting that photo of your guitar as well. Epic stuff. So all the volumes are turned down on these at the moment. So we'll start with this, and these are 3 things that I've imported. So we're going to increase the volume amount on this first one first. So this is one voice. I can have up to 32. One voice triggering a very small section of this file with a duration, full millisecond duration, so 6 seconds basically. And then I'll bring in this one. And then I'll go and put on Black Hole. And then I'll increase the duration of this one. And take the pitch back to its normal amount. And then I'll send it in the right direction. And then change the actual envelope. But I'm not kidding, I love this, you know. So what you can do, let's set this quite fast, so it's very grainy. If we hit this little button here, which is kind of like a self-playing envelope thing, you can have the attack from 1 millisecond all the way up to 30 seconds. So we'll set it there. Then the decay, the sustain and release. So all I need to do with this one is actually tap it. And it'll decay at 3 sec. So if we just have it at 1 millisecond, it's almost gone straight away. And if we hit the little 1 that's just below it here, we can get back to our other controls. So we can control our volume, our duration. So we'll set the duration there, the amount of voices in there as well. Select back to 2 now, where we have the... So we could have something like this playing. And then play this manually. Or we could select this one as well. And then also set the attack. So now we can play. So that's something you can do with the actual interface. And of course you can move it off. You could move this up there and you could have both of these playing. Or both of them playing at the same time. Or we could stretch it out, the file, and have one cloud play one part, another cloud play the other. And then if you want to delete anything, you just hold it and hit the little bin. That's including the waves and the actual clouds. Okay, so let's delete that. Here's where this gets really cool as well, by using it in the effects slot as a filter. You hit these little 2 icons here, the ones that look like 2 waves, and you get some more options pop up. You can record everything that you do out. You can also import from Audio Share, which I'll show you again in a sec, but it is Audio Share, not the Files app. Or we can have record in. So if we go over here now to AUM, let's just move that out of the way a second. I play. So this is a patch from Synthmaster 1. I'm just playing it via the little my little Arturia keystep MIDI keyboard here like this. A very nice patch indeed. And what I'll do is this, look. So now you won't hear it. So we go back to Borderlands. Borderlands. You know, I can't even talk. Hit record in, right? And then set this to, you'll get 2 options here. You'll get loop. You'll see it'll just loop. And then you'll get record in. So I'm going to play a chord. And you'll see the wave here coming along. Quite quiet, but you know, I can adjust that inside. Actually, what I'll do is I'll delete that, turn the volume up a little bit. 4. So Borderlands has a bit of input sort of thing. to work with. Hit record in, okay, and we're on this one there, which is just going to be taking, it's taking audio in now as we speak. So I shall just play a chord like that, and here it goes. Didn't boost the volume much, but there you go. And you're not going to hear anything until I add a cloud. Okay, so when you're happy, hit record again and it will just save it as another thing. So then we could go back to, say, AUM here. And let's choose a different kind of sound. So what's this? Hyperspace. I want something a bit more. Maybe that sound this time. So we go back in there, engage Borderlands again so we can hear what's going on. Hit record in, and let's use that cloud. Here we go. Stop there. So now we've got now, of course, we could go back in and then record something else. Oh, excuse me, guys. 1 2 1 2. So now we can automate that, which is very cool. So we hit this little record button here, and everything we do so now we've automated this. We can but then we can automate these as well. But now we could add another cloud. Hey, Paul's here. Andrew's here. Russ is here. Oddbot Guy's here. Hi, David. Hi, how's Spider's here. So you see, you can. You're really limited only by your imagination. Really, really cool. Okay, so let's look at something in a bit more detail. Let's have a look at. Let's do a blank. So we just go to Borderland examples blank. Let's import a sample, and it's audio share input. So let's import some sort of something. Well, let's see, one of let's see, anything will do it. One of these, right? Okay, so we'll import this, and then it imports it here. You see, like this. You can oh, it's loading. See, look, it's God duh. Let me do this again. Right, success. I'll import that same file again. Okay, and there it is. So we can stretch it out because it's granular, like this. We can automate this by hitting record and moving it round and round in circles and stuff like this. But for anything inside Borderlands to make sound, okay, so you can use the gyroscope as well, and that will affect how the clouds work depending on the tilt of the iPad. Okay, so BPM is a new thing that's been added as well. So if we double tap, we add a cloud. If we double tap the cloud, we have volume, which we can turn down. We have vibrato amount. We have pitch control, probability, overlap of the clouds. So, you know, so one cloud overlapping, stuff like that, you see, and then less. And then the duration is, if it's really fast like that, you'll see it's triggering all the time, and then the longest you can go is 6 seconds, which triggers really slow. Then you can see there's 8 voices playing there. You can go down to 1 voice like this, or up to 32. XY, you have this kind of control, so this kind of limits where the grains are going to fall in the cloud, sort of thing, so you can really tie it in tight, either upwards or downwards. And then you can also automate the actual, you can automate the XY as well, so it's nice. You can automate pretty much everything. Let's get that back to about there. And then you have extra controls. These are your envelopes here. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's pan. You can add pan there like this. And then you have proper pitch control, so you can see in semitones how it's pitching, or you can switch that off. Then you have the thing we looked at before, where it's basically like it reacts like a key press. We have a metronome, but the metronome is actually a time sync. You see, sync to beat 1/4. I would never ever use this, but you know, you might want to get a bit rhythmical. But we can have a listen to what it actually does to the sound. And then you have direction. So at the moment it's going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards.
This will be an example.
And then backwards. Okay, and then you can't hear this, but it's pan left and right. The pan's mixed up, by the way. It's weird. That pan's right and that pan's left. It's odd. It's not me, it's this. Again, you know, you limit the amount. This. Let's have it go backwards. These are different envelope settings. Now this one, you see these vibratos here. You can but it says vibrato amount and vibrato, that's the kilohertz, the speed. Have a listen to what it does. So we'll set the amount full. So I've only got one voice. Now what we can do is if we hit this little button here, you'll see vibrato, and vibrato will change to ring modulation. So pitch is cool. And then if you want to move that grain out the way you can. And what's cool now is if I add another grain now, right, let's double tap this to stop it. Let me add another grain. This is very, very, very cool. Okay. Yeah, but you can get it to sound like anything you want. This is the crack in it, you know what I mean? I'll show you some cool stuff in a sec. Okay, so if I tap somewhere now, it will add another grain cloud like that. Okay, fine, cool. Let's just delete that one there. If I open this one and I double tap now to add a grain cloud, what it does is it duplicates the grain cloud that's already open. So we get this other mad grain cloud. And occasionally these are going to hit this what's it, this file here. I don't know why I've stopped it moving. Where we go, I haven't. So if I import something else now, say like this one. Get hold of it. I think. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, this is. I think it's great. So there is loads of examples, what you saw me do at the beginning. You can record basically anything into it, and you can make it sound very musical, very cool. These are kind of things that when you get good with it, if you use this a lot, you've got your own user scenes and that. But if you, like, say, for instance, load this one up, let me just watch the volume. These are examples that Chris has included. So what we can do is, if we like that, if we think that's fab and we want to keep it, let's just add another grain cloud. Let's add one here. And let's make some adjustments.
This will be it. First, this will be
Double tapping on anything resets it to 0. So let's switch the BPM on for this one. And this one, because they're all independent. So, on the beat, 1/8, quarter, half, 1, 1/256, 30 seconds, 16ths. One eighths. Put it on the beat. Yeah, that's it. But we don't have to have this. We could switch the sync off for this one. So it's all independent, you know? a load of different one. This is the sort of cool stuff you can do. You've just got to spend a bit of time. So you can start to delete even anything you want. So and you can still just also import your own stuff, of course. Or re-record. So using the function that allows you to I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Use the function that allows you to actually play it, which is this one here. You can actually, as this one is, delete that one. Right. And this is fairly easy to do. That just may have actually been one, but by adjusting the pitch for each particular sound, you can change. See the way they've done it? Just adjusted the pitch for each one, so you can kind of just program in the kind of melody aspect of it that you want. It's very cool. It's very cool. And there's a tempo synced example. So before I go, I'll show you some of the cool stuff you can do with like one whole complete piece of music. Like I said, I would never ever try to be musical with this. I'll use another app that's musical. This for me is all about the experimenting. all about the kind of stuff you can do. So if we go to here, and so we go to, oh, no, it's nice in there. We go all the way down to bottom here, and there's another one of mine and Joe's tracks, Butterflies. We'll input, unless you want to actually, shall I play you the track before? I'll play the track before I play the what's it, just for fun, folks. So this is the track, and this, if you listen to the track, look at this, man. I was a bit hot there, wasn't I? Hey, seriously compressed madness that is. Well, I'll play this and then we'll put it into what's it, and I'll show you the crazy stuff you can do with just one track sort of thing. Hold on to your hats.
Just like a butterfly, we'll spread our wings and we can fly. We'll spread our wings and we will fly like butterflies.
Let's go.
Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. I'm going to show you something and I think you'll be surprised. Showed it to a ladybird, she couldn't believe her eyes. I can't say what it did to her, but it really made her smile. Just like a butterfly, we'll spread our wings and we can fly. We'll spread our wings and we will fly like butterflies. Just like a butterfly, we'll spread our wings and we can fly. We'll spread our wings and we will fly like butterflies. Standing in the corner, they're like bees round a honey pot. They want to get into my web, but I told them I'm too hot. The ladybird has lost her spots and is crying out for more. But in the dark the spider lurks and is ready for the show. Just like a butterfly, we'll spread our wings and we can fly. We'll spread our wings and we will fly like butterflies. Just like a butterfly, we'll spread our wings and we can fly. We'll spread our wings and we will fly like butterflies. Just like a butterfly, we'll spread our wings and we can fly. We'll spread our wings and we will fly like butterflies. Just like a butterfly, we'll spread our wings and we can fly. We'll spread our wings and we will fly like butterflies.
So there you go. There's Butterflies, me and Joe. And here it is imported into Borderlands. So it's recognizable, kinda. So we could do the same with the other one of ours that's on here, which is Hey Diddle Diddle.
Write a song, make it rhyme, keep the music flowing in time. Write a lyric, use some words, try to make it sound absurd. Make it up as you go along, it doesn't matter, cause it's your song. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Hickory dickory dock. Use all the rhymes that you ever thought of. Make it sound like a load of bollocks. Put in other than rearranged, your songs will never come out the same. Cross it out and reassess a masterpiece that is a mess. Rip the paper into shreds, this bloody song stuck in my head. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Hickory dickory dock. Use all the rhymes that you ever thought of. Make it sound like a load of bollocks. Begin again from the start. This song's not gonna break any hearts. Gather together what you got. Then remember that this is your final shot, 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 shot. Pen to paper, nose to grindstone, this song's taking far too long. I want some dinner, isn't it finished? Let's hope that this one's the winner. Number one on the chart, show that will turn someone's blood cold.
We'll import Hey Diddle Diddle into the app as well. I know what I did there. Because I had my one open. I can't say what it did to her, but it really made her smile. Just butterflies will spread our wings.
make her smile.
Yes. So, yes, you can go completely nuts. The face delay, right? Freaking out. Oh, black screen's so bad for fingerprints. Right, so there you go. Guys, there was a look at, let's get rid of those though. Borderlands Granular, the new update. Borderlands Granular. You're really only limited by your imagination. Of course, you can save all your sessions, etc., etc. You can have great fun recording stuff in, like you just record your voice in or something. I can't now because I'm using the audio interface and I haven't got a microphone plugged into that. So, but the upgrade, yes, the upgrade is kick. I'm gonna approve that. I'm gonna say, oh, it's gone. Someone else has. What am I doing here? Yeah, very cool, very cool. I like Borderlands lots and lots, but I do like Granular Synthesis. I like the new additions. The new additions are fab because you can do the actual. You can change the pitch from free to semitones. You have the actual kind of. And if you have the release set really fast as well, or and the decay, but the release is mad. You can go to 60 seconds. An attack. Oh no, but Jacobs was brilliant because it well, apart from the fact they had the interview with Chris, who explains all about it. Also, he goes into a lot more detail than, and he only had a shorter amount of time as well, obviously. But yeah, I'm too old for this app. But thanks. Well, I don't know. I don't think you're ever too old for any app. I think if you enjoy the madness, embrace the lunacy of this kind of app. It's great fun, but do you know what? You watch this channel all the time. I love experimental stuff as well as musical stuff, but I do love the experimental stuff too. And I don't want my experimental apps to be too musical because the temptation then is to go, oh, well, I'll make it musical. But because it's inter-app audio, it's not AUV3, but because it's inter-app audio, we could put drum patterns in and stuff, and we could sync the drum patterns up to whatever tempo we like. It's not like you're limited or anything in any way, sort of thing. It's just pretty cool. Yeah, you're never too old to make noise, David. Never. Just embrace the madness. Go mad. Enjoy. Make some cool textures and things like that. Like I said, you're not limited to kind of the stuff that I was doing. You've got other kinds of cool stuff. Lovely. I think so Glenn Allen just said you could easily turn a track glitch, experimental sound, organic remix to destroy it. It's limitless. It's limitless. You could be really, really calm, you know, if you put a cloud in there, open the cloud, put it down to one voice, have the duration at the 6 seconds, reduce the XY to fit the actual grain, so it won't go anywhere outside the box sort of thing. So you can really kind of drag it in. Anyway, guys, listen, thank you very much for everybody for joining me this evening to have a look at Borderlands Granular update, which is awesome, cool beans. I didn't tell Joe I was going to use a couple of her tracks in there to like manipulate the vocals and stuff, but Joe likes experimental too. My word, she married me, didn't she? Listen, folks, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow. I might have to have a night off tomorrow. But as far as I know, we're doing Andrea Falessi on Thursday for music. Andrea Falessi. He sings in Italian because he's Italian. It's great. It's rocky. It's bluesy. It's cool beans. So hopefully he's going to send me some tracks we can play. A list of tracks. I have the tracks already on Amazon. If actually search Amazon for Andrea Falessi, and you'll find his 4 albums there. And we're going to try and play some of his stuff on Thursday. So, is it Monday today? Is it still Monday? I asked this morning when I was doing the thing for the Patreons. I think it is still Monday, isn't it? Anyway, so we've got a couple of days there. Paul's here. And Andrea's here, Andrea. Andrea, listen, mate, you're here. Don't forget to send me the track list for Thursday. Don't forget to send me the track list for Thursday. I didn't know you were here. You're welcome, Dean. Dean Thomas said thanks. No, I didn't know where are the royalties. I'll give you some royalties, baby. I'll pay you later, baby. Right, anyway, look, I've got to calm down. Stop it. It's going to make me health. Right, folks, listen, guys. Bless you all for joining me this evening for Borderlands Granular with the new update and the new. It's free. The update is free. It's a free update, so that's very kind as well, guys. I am going. See you guys later. Ciao, ciao.